Okay, take two. Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 708, and it is your review of Marlina the Murderer in 4 acts. As always, is the nerd you kind of here to host show alongside my wonderful co-host Brad Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a wonderful Monday night where the time is right.
Yep, we're continuing on with our International Film Month, and of course, we're live early and ad free over on Patreon.com/the Nerdcore, where you can get this episode for $1 a month, along with the Saturday episode that is early on Thursdays, ad free and live, so you can chat with us. All of that's possible over at Patreon.com/the Nerdcore at the $1 tier, and of course, we're continuing on with our International Film Month, and today we're going from Italy to a little more, a little more east. We're going southeast, and we're going to Indonesia today, and we're going to be talking about this film today, which I need to do a little skim, but I'm sure that I've never logged a Indonesian film on my letterbox.
I
But
don't know.
yeah,
I don't think we've watched many, if any.
yeah, I don't think so, Brad. But
This is New Frontier.
this is a new frontier for us, man. But of course, Brad, if what's it called, I'm sorry. Before we can get into the episode, let's go ahead and Brad, how are you doing today?
Doing all right. We're all doing all right. I do have to say, rest in peace to one of the most beautiful voices to ever grace cinema, James Earl Jones.
Yes, sir. One of the most like generational voices. I mean, he's Darth Vader. He's fucking Mufasa. He's everything, man.
He's been in huge movies, Sandlot, Field of Dreams. If you're a baseball fan,
Yeah.
Coming to America. I mean, the man was cinema royalty. Let's be real here.
Yeah. But damn shame, man. Damn shame. But yeah. I know for I don't know if it was if they were reporting on it, but I had heard that his health wasn't the best as of late.
I mean,
And
he was 93. Unfortunately, when you get up to those years, even a little issue can turn into a big issue.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, just what a career, what a man. I mean, just so many years, man. Just alive and cinema royalty, as you said, Brad.
Yes.
Yeah.
So rest in peace to the voice of Darth Vader, who we wouldn't have. George Lucas would not have a career because we've all heard the British voice actor doing that role in the behind the scenes, and it was not good.
Yep. Yeah, I'm glad that that's not what we ended up
No,
staying
I'm
with.
glad George Lucas
Yeah.
had sense.
Yeah. Like probably you shouldn't do this one, guys. Yeah, yeah. Just not the.
Let's
Not
leave this to the professionals over there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh God, but yeah, man. Anything? How you been though, Brad? Like, what you do today? Just work?
Went to work.
Yeah,
Worked.
that's it.
Had more work. Had an air fryer come in. So
Hey, man, a air fryer. Now,
well, we technically it's like an air fryer, steamer, rapid cooker thing. It's a Ninja Speedy. So we're hoping to save on, cleaning dishes and shit with that. It looked cool.
Yeah.
And it was on sale. So I think a regular 200 and it was like $73 on eBay.
Okay.
So I was like, I'll get one of those and try it out.
Yeah. That not a bad choice, man. Yeah.
No,
I love my air fryer, bro.
I mean, and for $73, I was expecting I don't know what I was expecting, but it was brand new out of the box. I was like, okay. Had all the stickers on it and everything. Still had to peel it off.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Well, Brad, I did a little quick skim here on my my letterbox And yeah, this is only the second Indonesian film I watched, but this is the first one that we review on the channel.
Okay.
First one we ever review on the channel. Stacy's in chat. He says, surely one of those MCU movies are made in Indonesia.
I
Who the fuck
mean,
knows?
maybe.
Made? Yeah. But I've heard of like all these other Indonesian films where like they're mostly horror films, but yeah, I've never seen the one, and I've never heard of this movie either. So
I specifically, so it's International Film Month for anyone who doesn't know that. That's what
yeah, if you haven't been catching
Indonesian
on,
film. I specifically looked up international Western films,
oh wow, okay,
and this popped up. I mean, I got, of course, the Italian spaghetti westerns, but I found this. I mean, I'm like,
I already had selected Italy, so
yeah. So I was kind of, this came up, and I'm like, well, I'll send this over to Raul, and he'll bitch at me that he can't find anywhere to watch it. So,
But actually, Brad, they took it off of streaming,
huh?
but YouTube had it under Fandor, and I was able to get a Fandor streaming. What's it called? Fandor subscription to get it for a week
Oh,
trial.
there you go.
But
I had some Amazon points, so I just used those because like
yeah,
fuck it, I ain't fighting it.
yeah, yeah.
I'll pay the $4.
But I was like, hey, bro, where is it? Because there was a site called like Asian Crush or something like that where I was gonna watch it.
And I thought it was like on Philo or whatever. But I
Oh,
looked at it, and for like it gives you like a 7-day free trial. But then I looked at the monthly cost, and it was like $28 a month, and I'm like, I'm not fucking forgetting. No.
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 Yeah, yeah. Fuck that, bro. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
exactly. That's why I went to Amazon and like, okay, I'll pay the $3.99. And then
Yeah.
my point showed up. It's like, do you want to use your points? Like, yeah.
Why not?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Why the fuck
Why
not,
the
right?
fuck not Amazon?
Yeah, yeah.
What they're there
But
for.
that's exactly what they're there for. But yeah, man. Other than me, what's it called? I just been chilling, man. Just watched this film. I went to the grocery store to pick up some stuff I needed, and
How much you end up spending?
what's up?
How much you end up spending?
$40-something.
It's expensive.
Yeah, it fucking is. It really fucking is, Brad. And that was only for 3 frozen pizzas,
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
watermelon.
I saw the
Spices?
Wolverine. So they had Safeway had the Wolverine pizza. It was the chimichanga one, though, so I wasn't getting it.
No.
It was on sale for like $3.99.
Really?
And
Because
I'm
it was
like,
$6.99 over here.
yeah, but it was on sale. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I got two of the spicy wolfie pie, and I got one of the maximum pep since I didn't get that one last time.
Yeah,
So.
I was looking for the spicy wolfie pie. I was like, that was pretty decent. I would
Yeah,
eat that
you're
again.
like fuck. Yeah, they had a lot of spicy wolfie pies at mine, Brad.
Yeah, they had none. They had the chimichanga.
Yeah, I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm like, I'm not grabbing that shit. No.
Eh.
Yeah, but
No pineapple and olives in your future.
hell, fucking no, Brad. Come on, dude. Fuck that, man. But yeah, man, that's all I had going on today. I played a little bit of the beta before it went down, before they took it down.
Yeah, I heard they took it down.
Yeah, it's already finished. So now we just wait for Black Ops 6 to come out on the 25th.
I might have to I remember Black Ops and Black Ops 2. That was pretty decent. I may have to get on there and totally suck. Because my reflexes ain't as good as they used to be.
Probably,
my reaction time.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know, Brad. If we both suck, we might just get easy lobbies.
It could be.
Yeah.
That might be an idea.
Yeah, man. But with that said, Brad, we should probably get into this thing, huh?
Yeah, let's talk about an Indonesian Western.
Yep. With that said, guys, if you have not seen Marlina the Murderer in 4 acts, you should probably get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers or you've already seen the film, go ahead and stay. Either way, how it goes, this is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerdcore is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off your first order with code TheNerdCore. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. And Stacy says, next time pick up the Borderlands pizza. I'm sure they're cheap. Nope. Yeah, Brad. Yeah.
It's
And
probably
I
not.
heard that if you go see it, they'll give you an extra coupon. They'll give you a coupon to buy one.
It's probably not. It's probably not even like in the frozen section. It's probably outside in a cart melting.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, God, Brad. Um,
It's just
Yeah.
outside for free.
yeah. So, Brad, this is actually your first selection for International Film Month. So go ahead and introduce us to Marlina the Murderer in 4 Acts.
All right, Raul. So, coming from Wikipedia, Marlina, the Murderer in 4 Acts, and I'm not going to try to pronounce it in Indonesian, is a 2017 Indonesian thriller film directed by Muli Surya, based on a story conceived by Garin Nugroho, and a screenplay co-written by Surya and Rama Adi. The film's Western style, its feminist tone, and rural Indonesian setting led to the term satay Western, being coined following its world premiere in the director's Fortnight section of the 2017 Cannes Film Festival. At the 38th Citra Awards, the film won 10 awards out of 15 nominations, breaking the records for most wins and nominations at Indonesia's top film awards, previously held by Teguh Karya's 1986 film Ibunda, with 9 awards out of 10 nominations at the 17th Citra Awards. It was also selected as the Indonesian official entry for the Best Foreign Language Film at the 91st Academy Awards, but failed to secure a nomination. And what do we got here? Starring Marcia Timothy, Yoga Pratama, E.G. Fedley, Dia Panindra. Cinematography by Yunus Pasolang. Edited by Kelvin Negruho. Music by Zeke Castley and Yudhi Arfani. And running time of 93 minutes. Of course, it is an Indonesian film and a box office of $23,564. And more than likely, it probably opened at one theater.
Yeah. I'm so sorry for Brad butchering the shit out of all those
I
names.
just killed every name in there.
Yeah. Yeah. I went ahead and I put the title in Indonesia to see what it sounds like, and yeah, it's the Indonesian language really emphasizes the pup and the bup, like the pup, bup. Like it's quite fascinating. It's quite fascinating. In another life, I think I'm like a polyglot or whatever they call them. And I know
In
all
another
these
life, I
languages.
can roll my R's.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't
Oh,
do
you
it.
can start learning, Brett. Yeah.
I cannot do it.
I don't know how you guys can't do it.
I can't fucking do it. I can't whistle either, so that could be an issue.
What do you mean you can't whistle?
I can't whistle.
You can't?
No.
Jesus Christ, Brad. Get with the program. Brad, what are your initial thoughts on Marlina the Murderer?
I gotta say, I like the title. I was intrigued by the title. The title's dope. Like that's a cool title. And for some reason, I keep picking movies with the longest titles known to man.
Yeah.
I will say the first act is my favorite. I think the first act to me is pretty near perfect. The way this opens up and brings you into the story. I love the Western film of this, of the big open area, the look of just, the scenery, the scenic view.
Mhm.
I think it opens really great. There's just so much tension in that first act throughout it. But I think after the murders, the second and third act, they kind of fall off for me. They're kind of, there's not really that tension there anymore. And I know this film goes by quick, but it just feels like those two acts don't really do anything for me. I mean, she's trying to figure out like, well, what am I supposed to go to the police? Am I not? And it's kind of following that. And we don't really get anything until the fourth act when the other gang member comes into play, where we get a little bit more of that tension and we're kind of waiting. So that to me, I think the middle of this, it's it doesn't quite connect as well to the first and fourth act. But overall, it's a good western.
Hmm. Brad, I look, man. I think that the movie looks fantastic. I think
Yeah,
it looks beautifully,
shot.
and I really love when these films from like different countries do the Western genre, like Bacurau, Bacurau, um, fucking Saloon. Saloon had that very,
It's nice
very
to
much
know that
Western.
where I live and you live isn't the only place there is desert.
Yeah, and it's like these other countries can adopt the Western, the idea of
Well,
the
completely,
Western, and
completely.
have the feeling of the American West in a movie that isn't necessarily in the American West.
Yeah.
So it's like I really like that, and I think that she does a good job of finding that and trying to make it an appealing subject in this movie. But I think what really, 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 what's it called, drew me away from like really being captivated by this movie is just how this movie's paced. And I think that I was like, wow, like it opens up really damn good. Like holy shit,
I mean, I really like that first act.
yeah, and it just goes by really quick, Brad. Where I'm just like, okay, I'm not really having enough time to sit with Marlena here. I'm not really having a lot of time to even sit
What?
with Marza. I think that was her name.
Are we talking about
The one who was pregnant.
Novi? Yeah.
Novi. I'm sorry. Marcus was
I,
the guy who. Yeah,
also, I gotta say, I'm gonna butcher his name again. The Yoga Pradama, the younger gang
yeah.
member.
Franz.
Franz. I thought his acting. I'm like, this dude. This dude knows how to act.
Yeah,
Like I could see him in, American films.
yeah. I liked Indra Birowo as Umbu. I thought he was pretty good too. It
Fucking,
was very
he's a
scary.
fucking asshole.
Yeah, yeah. But the movie's also very silent, very like it's a lot based on like looks and thoughts and stuff like that, and like very
Did
much like
did she did
body
you
language.
I just felt like the second and third act were so kind of disconnected.
Yeah,
It's Marlena trying to, figure out what she's wants to do next, and it's kind of her just wandering.
yeah, yeah, man. And it's just to me, it felt like two separate films in one, really.
Yeah.
And at first, it makes you think like, are we going through like a revenge thriller here, like a Western revenge thriller? And then it just ends up being this movie that like is like very fast. And I like the ending. I like the idea of like this woman like continuing this cycle of like hurting these men who want to hurt her. And I just feel like it at the end. It just feels like there's not a lot to this movie than what than how it starts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the music was fantastic. Cinematography is great.
I mean, it's definitely got the western feel. Like I was kind of hoping maybe more of a revenge western in it, like you said, more like Tarantino esque, because it definitely kind of had the visual of the wide open. It opens up and it's just a huge desert landscape that the wide lens are using.
Yeah, yeah. And I like that a lot of these shots like are very wide, and I like that they don't really cut a lot. It's mostly like they're allowing some of the action to just keep happening, especially the stuff that's like really uncomfortable to watch, like when the guy's like he's about to assault her and he's in the process of assaulting her, like it's never cutting. It's like
Yeah,
keeps going.
yeah. The rape scenes.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't shy away from,
No,
and
they don't.
that's different from American
Or
films,
the birthing scene
or the
too.
birthing
Like,
scenes, or the beheading scene.
yeah,
Um, I do think that this definitely shines a light on the Indonesian aspect of gender inequality,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I mean, you have Marlena go to the cops, and the cops are like,
Well,
well,
we gotta wait.
he was old and
And
frail.
then,
Why didn't
yeah,
you keep him from raping you?
yeah. Or like, oh, we gotta wait for the rape kits to come in, so this could take a month ish. Like, it's
What
like,
the hell? How's the
how
rape
do
kit
y'all
gonna
not
help
have
in a
rape
month?
kits? Like,
Yeah, how's that
how do
gonna
y'all
help in a
not
month?
already have them?
Especially when you got a roving gang just going to widowed ladies'
Yeah.
homes, and
Yeah.
her dead husband is still just sitting. that was kind of amazing to me is that they had the dead husband propped up in the corner,
Oh
and
yeah,
it's just showing like just the head of the household there, and she's having to basically fight this by herself,
yeah. I like the imagery of the headless guy who keeps playing the guitar, the juga.
following her
Yeah,
like some kind of almost some kind of guilt aspect.
yeah,
Whereas it's really like you don't need to feel guilty about that.
yeah,
He was a piece of shit.
yeah. But overall, like I like the film. I just think that it's very much like it has a lot of potential and it just doesn't use that, and it's taken away from being so rushed, and I feel like it doesn't let like some of these key moments really sit with you, and you're just kind of on the run with it, and you're just yeah. I did like it though. I'll say that I do like it, and I did enjoy watching parts of it, but I just think that overall it would be more of an effective film if it didn't feel like it was so rushed.
If you got to sit on some stuff,
Yeah,
I mean, it's kind of like after we get the house scene in that first scene. It's kind of like
yeah.
Marlena's just moving place to face. I mean, I kind of like the aspect of she meets a child that had her dead son's same name, and
Yeah.
she has connection there. But they didn't really stay long on that. Like
No,
you said, it's kind of rushed.
yeah. It really is kind of rushed, but yeah, Brad, do you have any final thoughts?
I just got so Godfrey Cheshire from RogerEbert.com gave the film 3 out of 4 stars.
Okay, wow. All right. Well, you want to read a little bit?
Um, I'll read probably. I'm trying to see. It really goes into everything we've already talked about. Um, but I'll read the last paragraph. The film's latter sections deal with other aspects of this gender divide, and they lead to an ending that's both exciting and entirely fitting. Along the way, Surya throws in welcome bits of unexpected comedy and even dashes of surrealism. Marcus returns headless but playing a musical instrument. Certainly, the story is essentially a revenge fantasy like many other, but its feminist slant never feels rhetorical or heavy handed. The whole thing is handled with sly wit as well as unfailing stylistic smarts, which makes for a very satisfying package.
All right.
Ah,
All right.
I,
I
I, I
mean,
mean, the visuals of this are pretty amazing. I would watch another film from this director.
yeah, fantastic. I want to see what are the streets saying?
What are the
Uh,
streets saying? What's letterbox?
Yeah.
What are
Yeah.
the hoodlums riding?
Yep. Let's see what the streets are saying. By the way, this has a 3.7 average score on Letterbox. That's what the streets are saying about that. Let me see what some of my follow accounts I follow. Sean Baker watched this. Okay, what do you say? Spaghetti Western by Way of Indonesia is a beautiful third feature by Muri Surya. Film proves she is a strong voice in world cinema with a flair for visually stunning widescreen imagery. Premiered at Directors Fortnight at Cannes and had a great festival run. Sim released it in States. It was really acquiring some fantastic titles. First full length film from Indonesia to be appeared in Cannes Film Festival in the last 12 years. Watched on Vimeo. Okay, you didn't give me a review. Okay. Um, no review on that one either. Okay, so let's see what everybody's saying. Okay, I got a 5-star review here. Please. Oh my god. I don't know what that says.
What?
I don't
Is
know
it,
what that says
is
either.
it just in a different language?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then look, here you go. 5-star review. Good for her. This doesn't tell me anything. I know it's just a little joke y'all do, but like, it doesn't tell me anything.
I got some user reviews from IMDb.
Yeah, a power. Well, this one says a powerful 4.5. By the way, a powerful story to illustrate the harassment of women in eastern Indonesia. However, there was one moment that made me wonder: how could there be a horse in the middle of a meadow tied up and left like that? It is because I have never been to such an area that makes me wonder. If I were the writer at that moment, I would put my many horses, and Marlina would take one. Cinematographically, it's epic. The things I like the most are the wide and long shots and the mirage effect in terms of art. When it's Marlena's living room, my eyes are always on the man tied up in the corner. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, the horse tied up. Yeah, that's a plot detail, of course. But again, if you've ever watched a western, there's usually a random horse somewhere.
yeah. But here's the last one I'll talk about, Brad, and I'll let you do yours. This guy had given this person gave it 3 stars and says, with a breathtaking cinematic pictures, the film has tells a harsh reality that still happens in Indonesian countryside society. Raped, patriarchy, and all of its kind of douchebag men during, but still, its pacing is too straightforward. This can be better if 1.5 hours film can take the feeling to watch like 6 hours or even longer. Those men, those men deserved it.
I mean, yeah.
All right, Brad. What did you have?
Um, let me see.
A rooster cockbird
Oh
during
my
the.
god, why is that? That's long. Here we go. What? Okay, I'm going to read this because this is a hot take. Not bad, but annoying extreme long shots kept it from being a classic. Throughout the
Okay.
viewing of this tense thriller, I really wanted to rate it a 10. The general acting was fine. Background music was nice too. The violence, though not much, would satisfy any gore hound. What kept the movie from being classic was the continued use of extreme long shots. Sure, I get it. Indonesia is practically a lonesome desert. Do we need to have that drilled in our heads with every scene? What made Marlena stand out were the original elements. Asian babe on horseback toting a machete, seeking revenge, a la spaghetti western style. I think you missed the spaghetti western style.
Yeah.
Right there. Yep. How often do you see that? You can practically see the various homages this film pays to its predecessors: Otopo, The Good, the Bad, Ugly, Man with No Name, etc. Recommended.
Yeah.
I disagree. I love those long shots.
Yeah. I think the long shots, what's it called,
It's
make it great too.
the long shots remind me of the Hateful Eight. Tarantino's,
Yeah.
Tarantino starts that film out with the fucking gorgeous long shot, and that's
Yeah.
where I mean, and that's one of the best modern westerns that come to mind.
Yeah.
2015, I consider that modern.
Yeah. But I think it's great, man. I think that the shots are great. I don't see why that would be a massively thing
Yeah, I
that
don't.
detracts it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't see. Let's see. Ah, we got a 4 out of 10. One
Yeah.
act would have cut it. This movie got off to a really strong start. Then it kind of fizzled into a bunch of events that just happened with no real cohesiveness. Pros, very strong protagonist, great lead actress. Marsha Timothy. Cons, disappointing supportive characters. Didn't quite flow right after the first act. Everything else was really choppy. This would have made for a great short film. The first act, I understand where they were going with the last 3 acts, but it was just all over the place, and a lot of it just didn't make a whole lot of sense. Definitely could have been better. I I kind of agree with the cohesiveness of it not being there. I disagree with the acting. I thought the acting was pretty spot on for most of it. I specifically like the lead actress and Franz. I thought those
Yeah.
two were. I mean, even Novi was good.
Yeah.
Kind of the clueless pregnant lady.
But Brad, what's your final verdict?
I am going to give Marlena the Murderer in 4X a 6 out of 10.
I'm right there with you, Brad. That's exactly what I was gonna give it.
Yep.
I'm giving it a 6 out of 10, Brad. It's a little bit over being just meh,
Yeah.
but I think that ultimately it's very
It,
has a lot of potential that just isn't met to me.
if it was just the first act, you'd probably have a 9.5 or 10 out of 10. If it was just that first act.
Yeah, fuck yeah, Brad.
That,
Yeah,
that first act, that first act, I think you could show like this is how you start a movie.
yeah. But yeah. With that said, that concludes our review of Marlene the Murderer in 4X. And as
Stacey gave it
always,
a 2 out of 10.
yeah. As always, thank you guys so much for joining us. You can follow us at the nerdcore.com, the nerdcore on Twitter, nerdcore on Twitter, Instagram, Letterbox, and TikTok at the nerdcore, patreon.com/the nerdcore. And of course, our Discord link is in the description below where you can talk to us about this movie. If you're in the YouTube video right now and you're watching it, make sure you leave a comment. Tell us what you thought about this film. What you think about this episode. Do you disagree with us? Have you ever seen this film? Are you going to watch it now that you heard us talk about it? And of course, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell so you don't miss another review that drops on the channel. And as always, make sure you leave us a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app of choice. and follow us on that podcast app as well. All that helps us out so much. And we want to thank our wonderful patrons because without them, it's just not possible. We aren't doing this for as long as we're doing it. We're not doing this at the level we're doing it. And we sure as hell wouldn't be able to do it on StreamYard without
Yep.
them.
That's
So without them, it's just not possible. Brad, can you tell them about our executive producer, Shane?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at thriftedil, or go buy something from the Suppy God at dpop.com/Prison City Vintage.
Damn straight, man. And we'll be back on Thursday on Patreon, live, early, and ad free, as we talk about Takeshi Kitano's Kubi. And then that episode drops on Saturday. But if you want to go ahead and get more of us a little earlier, on Wednesday, we're doing our commentary or watch along on the night of episode 7 over on patreon.com/nerdcore at the $5 tier and above. And then, of course, on Sunday, we're doing the Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, episode 5.
Lord of the Rings.
Yep. The last week of just one show before we go into our what's called weekend full of reviews. So, with that said, Brad, let's go ahead and get them the hell out of here.
All right, Roll. Thank you, host as always. Thank you to Stacy for once again joining us in chat. Thank you to all those who join us in future chats. Thank you to our listeners out there, our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, just give me more epic long shots. Young Yoda out. Also, don't eat the chicken soup.
No.